after the national anthem, we are now ready for the D Division bronze medal game. Now again, these two sides are both number ones in their pool. Brampton pool number 2, while Fatroy pool number 1. So these two teams you would have thought would be destined for the gold medal game, but nevertheless, they do match up here in the bronze medal.
Yeah, and it should be an exciting matchup. I mean, both of these teams, this is my first time seeing Brampton this tournament, so I'm actually quite excited. I've heard a lot of hype around them. I heard they play a really hard game, but also they're a tight-knit group, have a lot of good chemistry between them. Meanwhile, on the other side, Fatroy, they're also a very highly skilled offensive team, but here's the thing, too, that I watched a game when they had the Ducks in I believe it was the second day, or it might have been the opening day. So I think it was the second day, and the Ducks were taking it to them on a physical side of the game, but Fatroy was able to hang around with them, so don't be surprised here if this game ramps up physically, if Fatroy can keep up and have a good pace and hang around with them. But this should be an exciting matchup, Spencer.
Now, Jesse Soares will get the start for the Brampton Hats off. He started every single game this tournament, so no surprise he's here on the bronze medal day. And I actually think a late change there in net. It will be Angelo Ekonomakis getting his start because he came out a little later. I thought he wasn't here today because I did not see him during warm-ups, but then he came in a little bit later just as the moment of silence is about to start, so it will be Ekonomakis against Soares in the nets, and these are two guys with goals against averages that are rather low, so this could be a goalie battle.
And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You always love a good old-fashioned goalie battle as we get underway here.
And now there goes away. That would be Shane Elliott, who loses possession deep in the Fatroy zone. They'll go back behind their net to regroup. Both these teams are well in the positive goal differential-wise, so both these teams are not really used to playing on the back foot. Fatroy now through the neutral zone, right across the other opposite blue line. Rimmed all the way around there by the black shirts. Thought about going back up top, doesn't, but Elliott stops him there at the half board, chips it up and over, and away comes Elliott. Over the line he goes, he'll just dump it and go for the change. Fatroy seeing that, try to play it quick, but Hats offer able to change a little faster. And now they'll bring it all the way back. Gingras goes behind his net. He is second in team points with 9 throughout this tournament. Both these teams have also played one less game because they were both the top 2 seeds, so they didn't need to play the extra quarterfinal games. Or the round of 12 games, rather. That pass across, that shot goes wide. Rebound, saved by Soares, and the net will go off, so they'll have to reset that. So that will force the face-off inside the Brampton zone, and it will go to the right of Jesse Soares.
I really like the setup there that Fatroy had. It's a very good job of getting in quickly, but at the same time, that was a pretty big test there for the Brampton netminder. A tough one to stop here early on in the game, so good first test here for Fatroy.
Soares palms that one away, and it will go into the corner. Fatroy will still with possession, now given away on the wrong side of the cycle as Miles Elliott will dump it up and out. And then the ball will be fished all the way down to Ekonomakis, who will just leave it for the defenseman Konstopoulos. Fatroy now really liking having the possession in their zone, which is probably a good thing as this Brampton team has shown off their speed throughout this tournament as that ball is chipped up and out of play.
Little bit of a slow start, a little shaky it seems like on both sides still, even though Fatroy had that good opportunity right there to start off the game, but looks like both teams are still kind of feeling each other out. And Spencer, you mentioned how both played one less game than everybody else in this tournament, so you have to wonder if that kind of plays an impact here, maybe a little bit of rust, if you will.
It might have when they played against the other two top-ish seeds in the Ducks and the Bengals, and they had to play that extra round of 12 games. Door misses. Trying to get through, couldn't, and gets it picked off his stick. And Fatroy now takes a tumble. Obviously just slipped there on the concrete. That ball will get over the blue line, so they'll have a chance to clear now. Deep in the corner it goes. Fatroy around the top. Passed across the blue line. Fatroy really trying to lull this Brampton defense into a false security pass across. Big save there by Soares. Back into the slot now, still looking for a shot. Can't, having the pinch now. The ball will just stay in, and now door misses, will play it across, but nobody home. But the line change will work out there for the Hats Off, and they'll try to get away. And forward it will come. Door misses, shot, that will go right into the netting, so that will force the face-off just outside the Fatroy zone.
Man, talk about a really good save there from Jesse Soares. Getting across, tough play to make considering you're not on skates, so it's harder to get across to your post. But nevertheless, putting his athleticism on display here very early on, and he's keeping his team into this one as Fatroy has had a couple of quality chances here early on in this game.
Face-off won by the Cream Shirts, but immediately stolen away there by Fatroy. But again, fended off there behind the high slot. And now here they come. Dumped up and aimed back into that bench, so they'll force that face-off back just outside the Fatroy zone. Brampton has struggled their last couple of games with goal scoring. They scored a total of 2 goals yesterday between their 2 games in a 2-1 win over the Kilbride Selects, and then they 3-0 loss to those Hamilton Ducks around the gold medal game at about a 10:45 start over on Rink 1. So once this game is done, go tune into the gold medal game here of this D division. Again, between the Hamilton Ducks of Ontario and the Bengal Hockey Club of Quebec. That shot for the point, it's blocked in front. That shot from an odd angle, it will scoot all the way around. Shane Rumbold now with it at the half board, takes it back here, that one steered away by Economacus. Fatroy trying to get that ball out, gets right around the defenseman there, Hayden Ramsey. Now here comes Fatroy in a rush, and they get fended away. And then the ball squirts out in front, and away come Hats Off. Whiteford. Over the red line he comes. He might just dump it, and he does, as the change will be finished. The change will be finished by the Ontario club. Fatroy loving keeping that possession deep in their zone. This is about the 4th or 5th time they've done this. Something I didn't see them do a whole lot in their quarterfinal game. That's stolen away though. Shot, good save there by Economacus. Ball still in the slot, but away the Black Shirts will come. Dumped up and out. Soares goes to play it. Soares might have to play it quick. He does, and away comes Jason Gill. Gill, right through the middle. Elliott tried to chip it, just could not get it. There was Curtis Nestor, the captain. Not wearing the shirt on these jerseys, but he for sure is the captain, as that will be called offside, as well-known AAA hockey referee Alec Evia called that one from up here.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. Yeah, a little quick on the step there, getting over the blue line, but I really like what Fatroy's been doing so far, not rushing too much to get out of their zone, but at the same time, I was looking on the last sequence for Brampton. The only way these guys can probably score on Fatroy is if they screen the goaltender, because as we've seen a few shots that he's taken already throughout this game, unless there's traffic in front, if he sees it, he's gonna stop it.
As now Gill comes through the neutral zone, wide open, and through in alone. Huey Shepard shot, that one saved away. That ball chipped right in through the circle. And it'll go back into the corner. Fatroy trying to get it out though. Shepard back in front, pressed in front. Nestor trying to get a hold of it, but Curtis Nestor just cannot get that one through the wall of Angelic Economacus. And there's going to be a penalty there against Fatroy, as poor Miles Elliott just could not seem to get away.
Yeah, that's one of those where you get kind of tangled up and you try your best to not do too much to get out of it, to make it seem a little more aggressive than it actually is initially. But now we'll get to see Brampton's power play go to work here, and not too much going on in this game so far. It's a quiet game, and a boring game is probably the better situation for both sides, but now one team's going to have a better chance here to get on the board early, and that's Brampton, so we'll see if their power play can go to work here and get on the board first with the icebreaker.
Their 2 goals yesterday were both on the power play against Kilbride, so we'll see if that high-powered power play shows up today. Gill. Back up to Ramsey. Ramsey. Back to Gill. Gill shot. That one saved it into the corner. Gill goes to retrieve, however. Gill not able to, and Fatroy will chip it into the middle and chip it away. And one of the more dangerous penalty killers is Carl Gingras. Gingras had a short-handed goal in a game yesterday as well, and that was in their quarterfinal. Holding is the call as Ramsey now puts it in. Flying towards that backhand. That one scoots through. That was Aiden Cooper. Chipped off, but not out. Kept in there by Shane Elliott. Elliott gets around. Elliott to the net. Elliott shot. That one saved. Rebound still there. Taken away. Nevin Gunther there with the opportunity right at the side of the net. That shot, Gunther saved away. Rebound shot saved there by Economakis.
Remember that save if we are still in a tie game as this goes forward. What a save there by Economakis.
Dumped all the way down there by Carl Gingras and retrieved there by, it looks to be, Hayden Ramsey. Ramsey sauntering into the neutral zone. And he'll now go for a change, Will, the defenseman. That ball trying to get centered, does it, and now Fatroy be able to get it up and clear it. As Justin not going to stick on that one was Cameron Owens.
As time winds down here on the power play for Brampton, I was actually curious as to why they didn't throw on Dormissis on a little bit earlier to have him parked in front and take the eyes away from Economakis as a screen, as their shots from the point have been proven to be lethal so far in this game.
That shot from a mile away, it goes high and wide. Ball chipped back up there to the blue, and it will be chipped up and out. And we'll see where they place the face-off. It'll stay in the Fatroy zone.
Pretty solid penalty kill overall for Fatroy. I mean, they probably spent a little bit more time in their own end they would have liked. They had a few opportunities to clear and might not have gotten the cleaner chances on the outs, but nevertheless, they managed to survive a big kill here, as this is, after all, the bronze medal game, and it's win or go home. But in this case, I guess both teams get to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah, regardless, Brampton gets to go back up to 410, and Fatroy gets to get on, I assume, an airplane. But regardless, you'd like to go home with a little bit of silverware for sure. Stuck in the corner, Fatroy will get it up and out of the blue line, but maybe not past the red line. They don't for the second, so they got to retreat. Passed across, so now Fatroy will have some time here. They'll play it right across the line. Up to the blue line, now they will make the clearance. Fatroy being very methodical in this game. I think they know that beating Suarez is quite a tall task, and they're not going to be able to do it a whole lot of times, as they're not going to have to re-clear. And Fatroy now make it in. Fakes the shot, cross-crease shot, great save by Jesse Suarez, who I think read that one, but regardless, still had to make the diving save.
Well, Spencer, I think you were right about this being a potential goaltending matchup, and instead of, I think we could take the word potential out of there and we can just keep it as a goaltending duel, because both goalies have put on some stellar performances so far in terms of saves. Economakis with a nice save on the power play, and now Suarez diving across, soaring through the air, and then making that stop as he dove across the crease there.
Suarez can definitely soar, but regardless, now Brampton behind the net. They will make it up, and they will dump it, and they actually will get it over the line. So now here's a chance to set up in the offensive zone. Centering pass, just cannot get it there to Curtis Nestor. Nestor now battling for it in the corner. Ball still loose. Nestor trying to kick it away. Couldn't seem to get a foot to it. Now Elliott goes to join in. He can't get a hold of it, but it's up and taken down by Huey Shepard. Huey Shepard now spinning, shooting, saved there. Screen there in front, and finally that's Miles Elliott in front of the net, and Miles just could not get that one knocked through Angelo Economakis.
And that was the right mentality there for Brampton, you know, throwing Elliott in front, trying to get the screen. Again, you have to take the eyes away from Economakis, because if not, like I said earlier, if he sees it, he's likely stopping it. And there he was able to battle through the traffic and make the save, but a little bit more of a struggle to get to the ball this time around. So I hope Brampton took note of that and notices that they need a screen in front of the goal.
Shepard, backhander, that one goes wide. Elliott whacks it through. Bobby Dorr misses. I asked him earlier today how tall he thinks he is, and he said 6'9". So why they call him Big Bobby Dorr misses on the website is no question.
Yep, it definitely, that looks about right.
Yeah, I didn't get out the tape measure to check him, but I took his word for it.
Mind you, considering how tall we are, I mean, almost a lot of people look like they're 6'9".
Yeah, he could have said 6'4" and sold me. Shot there, that one covered up by Ramsey.
a good cycle there going down low there for Brampton, you know, getting some good ball movement. I'd like to see Brampton take more shots from the point, though. Again, taking the eyes away from Ekonomakis should be priority number one, and Ekonomakis is a pretty big body, covers up a lot of nets, so I think if, again, getting traffic in front, sending it to the point, not a bad idea.
Don't miss his shot. That one from an odd angle, just could not beat Ekonomakis. It's the side of the net. Now opposite side corner. Fighting for it there. Away come Brampton, but a penalty's going to be called here on a hold. It might be Fatroy, but we're going to see here. It is Fatroy, I believe, getting a hold, so that's another power play going to Brampton.
Wasn't too sure there. I was actually surprised to see the arm go up. Normally, like when I think there's a call, I'll look at both officials. This time I didn't even think of taking a peek, but they saw something that clearly we didn't this time, and another holding call for Fatroy, their second holding call of the game. And the power play gets to go to work one more time, and this time Dormissis will stay on. He is at the point, but look for him to maybe creep and find his way down low below the goal line.
He's also got an amazing shot, so they might want to use the shot more than the screen, but they have both Jason Gill and Dormissis, and I'm not going to try to say Jason Gill's not at least 6'5", because he also looks like an absolute giant out on the floor, and he's just a little bit smaller than Bobby Dormissis. That shot from a mile away, it goes wide. Ekonomakis not about playing it, he does, and it will go high, and right through his counterpart, Jesse Suarez.
Took a lucky break there, it looks like, because it looked like that ball had a little bit of spin to it, and had to be careful there, but lucky for Ekonomakis, that paid off.
Trying to get around there was Brampton, and out alone, Carl Gingras shot, scores! Gingras with his second shorty in the last 2 days. And it is now 1-0 Fatroy. They said they start out there scoring in their quarterfinal against the Saskatoon Viper Kings.
Well, it's the little plays that matter. A big clear by Ekonomakis going back the other way. They collapsed in the neutral zone, and then a little turnover going, nice stretch pass to Gingras, and he finds the back of the net. I wasn't too sure where he was going to try to shoot that one, because there wasn't much to shoot at, to be honest. Suarez was way out of his crease, you know, making himself as big as possible, but good job there by Gingras to find the room and put his team up by 1 in this bronze medal game.
That ball hits off of Miles Elliott, goes right back to Jason Gill where it came from. Gill will just dump it in. Elliott goes to retrieve it. Elliott is the first one there. Shepard's got to help him out, however, and Shepard's going to get away. Back to Elliott it goes. Elliott trying to rim it around. Still can't. So now coming in a third cream shirt will go. Ball still loose. Back up to the point. Stolen and away come Fatroy. And there was the duo of Gill and Dormissis at the top of the point. That ball dumped back, and Gill will retrieve with about 40 left in the power play, and about 3:45, pardon me, left in his first frame. Dormissis right back to Jason Gill. Gill gets it over there to Elliott. Elliott rims it around. Out goes Ekonomakis. He'll play it right to Nestor. Nestor trying to get to Dormissis. It's blocked, and up and out it will go right to Suarez. Gill. Gill's now going to take a quick run because they only have a couple seconds left here to set up. Elliott, around one. Shot! That one saved away. That was Shane Elliott there with the opportunity. Elliott now gets caught, doesn't get away with it, and away will go Fatroy, but that might be an icing. It will just scoot wide of Suarez, and it will be an icing as the penalty had just expired.
What great speed there by Elliott coming on his way down, using the boards to his advantage, good ball protection, and then as he had the speed, he knew he had the defender beat on the inside, so all he had to do was just cut a little bit more towards the net. Unfortunately for him, ball rolls over his stick and finds its way to the corner, but also great job to recover the ball and keep applying the pressure on Fatroy and forcing Fatroy to make that emergency clearance, and now they'll be right back in Fatroy's zone.
Face-off lost though by Shane Elliott. The Elliots are normally really good in the face-off dots, so I don't expect that to happen too many more times here today. Fighting for it, though, in the corner there is Nevin Gunther. Gunther fighting for it, can't seem to get a hold of it. Now up to Elliott. Elliott coming on angle. That shot's blocked away, but into the slot, and Fatroy will take it away from there. In they come, lost his stick. I don't know if he just lost it off a little lift there by Gunther. As Al, I know you saw it because you kind of shook your head after making sure the referee didn't call it.
No, I didn't think there was a call needed there. It looks like, it's one of those where it's, you got to hold your stick a little bit tighter than that. Got to hang on to it.
Cooper dumps that one in, and chasing there is Brandon Fisher. Fisher trying to center it, just cannot get a stick down, though was Cooper. Ball rimmed around. Fatroy have a chance to play it, and they will. Mishandled, though, but no pressure from Owens. They're stumped up and off the boards. Owens goes to retrieve. Owens will get there, and it's an icing call / flooring call, and we'll send that ball 200 feet the other way.
Well, that was close, and now, we're going to start dissecting Fatroy's game a little bit. At first, kind of a slow start. Good job to get a shorthanded goal on the board first, but now it's a matter of they got to start making cleaner passes, finding cleaner exits, because these icing / flooring calls, as you would say, Spencer, have to, they're going to take a toll on you at some point. Icings are almost like free throws in basketball. They add up after a certain point in the game. So Fatroy got to clean up their passing game just a little bit here.
I would completely agree with that, but I think Brampton's got the same problem. I think both these teams have got some giving away the ballitis. That ball put into the high slot, trying to get through a bunch of black jerseys, and away now will come Fatroy. Through the neutral zone, that looked well off, but not called, and trying to get through there is Fatroy and got tied up. Didn't get the call. There was Christopher Fior. Fior, the captain of this Fatroy side, kind of got taken down there by Owens. They now bump, and they're going to have a conversation there in the corner, and away will go the Fatroy player. Now another conversation, and down goes Fior. I'm not sure if he caught him there. I didn't see any motion there from Fisher, but we're going to see here what shakes out of that.
He just slashed the official. It looks like swung his stick. So
he must have missed the official out because they're not kicking him out of the game. We saw that yesterday.
But I think they're letting him away with it this time. I think they know the hack was intended for a player, but it looked like it might have caught a piece of the official. So now they'll have both go to the box, and it might be a spear because that's the only way they get the drop. So
we'll see what these penalties shake out as if they're offsetters or what.
I'm seeing a lot of fours thrown around by the official.
But there's two hats off in the box.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that is. Maybe there's an extra call going towards Brampton here. We'll have to wait and see what the official announcement is, but I believe it will be at least a 4 for spearing for Brampton,
well,
if they did indeed.
Spearing is a major automatically, isn't it?
No, I mean maybe in ball hockey it might be different, but in minor hockey and higher up, a spear can be called the double minor, or at the discretion of the official can be a 5-minute major in a game misconduct. Obviously, if they're still in the box, it's not a game misconduct just yet. At this point, though, a lot happened there after that stoppage, so I think the safest bet right now is to just see what goes up on the board, who comes out on the floor, how many numbers, what do the numbers look like, and then maybe I can have further analysis from there. But for now, it just seems like Fatroy might go on the man advantage here, since there is an extra man in the box for Brampton.
And it'll be their first power play of the night if that's the way this does shake out. So I'm still trying to figure out who is in that box. It looks to be Brandon Fisher for the hats off, but I can't tell it. It is number 2. I thought it was Cameron Owens, but I couldn't really tell from this far back, Al.
Yeah, definitely hard to tell. I mean, these numbers and like the
they're facing away from us as well, which is not very.
That doesn't help
very
either.
advantageous to us.
Yeah, no, the numbers are against the wall right now at the moment.
Referees are still explaining to Fatroy, so this might not shake out the way we think it might here with the power play going to Fatroy.
The other thing, too, they want to maybe be careful with the conversation. They're in the referee's crease right now. Normally, you have to be stepped back out of there, or else you can be handed a minor penalty.
Well, maybe that might come if they keep arguing
for disputing a call with the official, and it seems like they got it sorted out. Nothing going up on the board, 2 on each side in the box, so it looks like we might actually have 5-on-5 hockey here, which is quite surprising. I thought for sure Brampton would be down at least a man here.
Well, I didn't think they deserved to be down a man, but it looked like you were going to be right there, Al, that they were going to be down the extra player with the fracas. I'm so surprised Fisher got one because I don't think he sticked.
I didn't see anything either. I didn't see. They were just standing across from each other and then
they
dropped.
Kind of came together and then down went the captain there, Christopher Fior.
Kind of like
it looks like a timeout has to be taken, I assume here. But they're talking to the captain of Fatroy. They're in Christopher Fior. Fior got kicked out of the quarterfinal game for 3 minors, and Fior now might be taking his walk out as well.
Which would make sense because remember when I said it, there was a swing at the official. That might be it.
And they're sending Fior home.
Yeah, that's
First period. He's played a total of 3 periods that I've seen for Christopher Fior, because he got kicked out during the second period of their quarterfinal game that they won 5-1. After 3 minors, which is an automatic ejection if you have 3 minors.
So there's a 4 up on the board right now against Fatroy. So that might be the stick infraction. But
that must be the minor that's now giving Brampton the power play. Is an extra minor given to Fatroy. So again, we're going to hear how these minors were handed out. So this is a really interesting way to take it out. But regardless, now it's back to the power play. Go Brampton for a 3rd time. Right now 0 for 2. We'll see if they can make it 33%. Face off won by Fatroy and fired the length of the floor, but right on target there at Suarez. Ramsey. Sauntering in through the neutral zone. Dunks it up and in, and after it goes Elliott and Shepard. Miles Elliott trying to get a hold of it, trying to cover there, looked to be Carl Gingras. Away comes Huey Shepard now. Shepard up for door misses. And another minor's going to be called. And it's going to be a slash.
And that'll take away the power play opportunity for Brampton, as now we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey. And I can't say I didn't see this coming, because I totally did. You know, you figure after, all you needed was 1 play to spark this entire game, Spencer, and that's exactly what just happened right there. So now Fatroy will eventually, if no further penalties are taken, will eventually have 30 seconds to work with on a power play of their own.
But this means 3.5 minutes of 4-on-4 will end the last 57-ish seconds in this first period. And now it's undertaken by Fatroy. Man, they love to slow down the end of periods, don't they? As now we'll take a 30-second break between these two sides. But again, that'll be 4-on-4 for the last 57 seconds of this first frame. And then it'll be just under 2.5 minutes, or just over 2.5 minutes, pardon me, of 4-on-4 to start the second period. And this game is, I'd say, exactly what I expected this game to be, a very close, tight battles, and it's going to start getting fiery as these two teams had 89 and 92 penalty minutes respectively, 92 for hats off throughout this tournament and 89 for Fatroy. So not like these two teams are used to being in the box, but I feel like every team at this fall hockey tournament's kind of been used to getting in the box.
Yeah, and you know what? This is how you know it's championship weekend, I guess you can say, / day, because this is where the physicality is ramping up. And like I said, all they needed was that 1 spark, and it didn't even that spark didn't even look like it was that much, to be honest. I'm surprised there are that many players in their respective penalty boxes right now. Fatroy having the one lone wolf right now on their side of things, and Brampton almost ready to throw a party. Maybe they'll order a pizza in the next little bit.
I was going to say, the siesta's going on in the hats off box. They got 3 guys sitting in there watching. But now away will come. That looks to be Hayden Ramsey. He's got speed. Ramsey around 1. Ramsey backhander. And that one's sent back on the back. But now bounced up. Ramsey trying to get back a hold of it. Ramsey does. Curtis Nestor now. Rims it all the way around for Huey Shepard. Shepard right across the floor. It will bounce. That's Adam Cook. Cook trying to get around his man. Cook will lose it to Carl Gingras, and now Gingras will go away. The lone goal scorer here today, Gingras, trying to get around. He does. Gingras in, trying to shoot, centered in front. Ball still loose, and away it'll go. Gingras, I got trying to get a little too fancy there, Al. I just couldn't get the ball steered towards Suarez, but now only 5 seconds remaining. Shot from a mile away. You have to expect here. That ball is airmailed, and that will be the first period of action between these two sides, and an exciting end, an exciting start. These two teams were almost destined to face off, and here they are in the bronze medal game of the D division.
I mean, those fancy moves right there by Gingras actually almost paying off. He just lost the handle on it a little bit. The ball gripped up on the stick a little too much as he came down to the floor, and it looked like he had some room there to bury his second of the game, but nevertheless, it is still a one-goal game after one. A penalty-filled first period, all coming within the last couple of minutes, but man, this definitely feels like a bronze medal game now for sure.
Definitely going to be interesting, and that will be it for the first period. We're right back with the second period here at Rink 4. And welcome back here. Brampton hats off, down 1-0 right now to Fatroy out of Quebec. Oh, we're going to corkscrew there at the face-off thought, but nothing changes. That shot from a mile away will go into the corner. We're going to retrieve will be Brampton, and they get there first. 4-on-4. There's going to be another minor against Fatroy. They got tied up there, and the whistle will now go, and Fatroy will get another minor. You and I thought there might be a little fracas there as it kind of Mackins kind of took a walk towards two guys, but they just kind of asked about their days and kept walking, thank goodness.
Well, it'll be a roughing penalty here, and this is the thing with Fatroy. Again, they know how to play the game in an aggressive style, but you know, there's a line to be drawn after a certain point, and it's one of those where you're right there. All you have to do is maybe take that extra step, two hands on your stick, try to get that stick lift going, but no, instead, the one-hander, man, that's why those are dangerous. As soon as I see players going in the battle in the corner one-on-one or in the open floor in this case, I always yell at them, warning, you know, watch the hand, because if they do get a hand and they throw them forward, I'm gonna call that all day.
4-on-3 now in favor of Brampton, so lots of floor now to chew for both sides. Jason Gill and Dormisses are both on the floor, both powers. Gill, fake, Dormisses. Dormisses shot, that one's safe. Rebound, looking for it. Around the net will go, trying to get it back to Gill. It will bounce to Jason Gill, but away at Cuttermackers will go. Slap pass there by Dormisses, and that will come off, and they're going to give a tee to Fatroy, and that will add to all the minors they've already gotten.
That is weird though, because I was looking at the positioning of it. If the ball was on the other side of the net, I don't know how it came off, to be honest.
I also don't know how it came off exactly, but regardless, they're sending another Fatroy to the box, so we went from
we're going to get some 3-on-3 hockey, I think, here, Spencer.
No, because
never mind, you're right, 4-on-3. Yeah,
lucky for us, I guess lucky for them we're not, because that'd be a lot of running, but the hats off box used to have 3 nets, now got 1. The Fatroy box had 1 net, now got 3. So we're going to see how this shakes out.
They're sending someone else to the box here.
Well, because of the roughing minor, I expect. I think they're forcing. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing.
The worst part is, Spencer, that's what I mean.
So there's a real siesta going on there in the Fatroy box.
It's getting crowded. I hope no one's claustrophobic.
Actually, I think we're just rotating guys who are supposed to be in the box, it looks like, and now 3 Fatroy players are in the box.
You know, the worst part is we can't hear. I can only look at the signals and see what they're calling, so we know what they're calling, but we don't really. I still like to know what the initial call was that happened back in the first, so that I can, you know.
Well, they keep taking penalties now. They can't seem to get a moment to collect themselves. That ball will scoot all the way through, and look at Jason Gill go.
I'm trying to provide, you know, some better analysis here, but I'm not working with a lot. I'm not working with a lot here, other than, you know, there's a lot of guys in the box. I'd like to know what the initial call was, but by the time we find out what it is, penalty might expire and it won't even matter.
Gill now, back to the top. Back it will go. Dormisses now playing the goal line. Dormisses. Got Jason Gill. Gill, slapper, that one goes wide. Had some heat on that one. Whiteford, back to Jason Gill. Gill, down low. Wait, faking it. Back up to Gill. Gill, right across the top. Back to Jason Gill. Back to where it came from. Pass the parcel here for the Hats Off group. So a misses shot. That one stays by Economacus. And it will be rimmed. Then will it get out? It will not. What a save there by Hats Off. And their bench is right there. They can make quick changes here and keep fresh legs on the entire time. That shot from a mile away. It's blocked in front, and Fatroy should not be able to clear it. And they will. Fatroy wanted to call there. They didn't get it, and Dormissus passes it and to nobody, so it will be a icing while you thought, but it's not going to be whistled. That ball dumped up and out, and away will go the first of quite a few minors. There are now there's still only 3 Fatroy players, so we're trying to open the box. Elliott will dump it around. 1 minor's done. It's now back to 4-on-4. Next one's done in about 10 seconds.
The next penalty just went up on the board too because there was 2 already taken up on the clock. So the third penalty that went in has just begun. So they are still down 2 men here.
But now they're going to get it back here in about 5 seconds. Ramsey. And now it's back to 4-on-4. Ramsey gets it down to Huey Shepard. Shepard in front. Elliott trying to get around here, got caught, and they're going to call it again, and Fatroy not happy about it, but we're now going to go back to 4-on-3, and 5-on-3 in second, and Suarez gets to play the ball! Oh, I love Jesse Suarez having the confidence to go, you know what, let's sweep that away.
Well, he was going to the bench, and I was actually concerned there. I thought Brampton was going to send their guy out prematurely here and get caught with too many players on the floor.
Ray's trying to get there to Elliott, he does back in front, Shepard, Nestor, shot! And there's another penalty, I think, in the crease. We're going to fight. Now, this has been a brouhaha in front of the net. Guys down all over the floor.
So it's only the initial hooking call. The whistle was for a crease violation. Nevertheless, Fatroy going back to the box for a minor. And now it looks like things have evened out, so if I'm counting properly here...
It'll be 5-on-3.
Yes.
Unless Brampton came with a penalty somehow in this fracas.
In the next couple of moments, but...
The face-off comes just outside the zone because of the crease violations you mentioned now, but now again, it'll be 5-on-3 for the next about a minute or so. Brampton is, I'm going to say, 0-4, 4-5. I stopped counting after all of the party going on there in the Hats Off end, and Fatroy, I believe, are technically 0-for-1, but they might not even have a power play on their score sheet right now.
Something we haven't acknowledged yet is, can we just talk about the amount of penalties that Fatroy has taken, how many guys short they've been so far, and Economacus has kept them, with a 1-goal lead? I'm surprised Brampton hasn't put one in yet.
Well, maybe they will here. Nestor, that shot, it's saved away. Nestor's the leading point getter for this Hats Off team. Back in front, Ramsey! Save there, I believe, by Economacus. Elliott now, trying to get it down there for Fisher. Fisher gets it taken away and rimmed all the way down. Jesse Suarez, who will take a gander at it. Quickly to Ramsey, they got 30 here to work. Quickly up the 4 off the change. Shepard. Around he'll come. Shepard for Curtis Nestor. Ramsey. Shot. That one saved, and Economacus didn't know where it was, but tried to back it up to make sure that, hey, this is going to land in front.
All good job there to fight through traffic for Economacus and Spencer. I don't think we're getting those announcements, buddy. I don't think we're going to
I think they swallowed it, and I don't disagree with them, because, again, all of these penalties have been...
Lots of paperwork.
Yeah. That score sheet at the end of the game. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah. All I know is there's going to be some tired hands from writing all those down so far, and we're still only in the early goings of the second period here, as we're just about...
got a full 15 and then some, as that ball is saved by Ramsey. Diving! But a whistle's going to go here, and I believe it's going to be a hand pass against Ramsey as Fisher touched it first, so that face-off will go all the way back to the Hats Off zone with only 7 seconds left on the first minor, and then there'll be about 50, by doing the quick math in my head, 54 seconds left in the second minor. And actually, the face-off just comes out here, as Elliott, and talking there to Carl Gingras, I believe, and that would be Miles. And Miles will tie up and lose the faceoff. But chipped around will Brandon Fisher go. Fisher trying to center it with the seconds they have remaining here on the 5-on-3. Now back to 5-on-4. 50 seconds left in that. Ramsey. Dormisser standing at the top of the circle. Dormisser's shot. That one blocked in front. Shepard trying to chop at him. Shepard now back up for Dormisser. Big Bobby Dormisser. Down low for Huey Shepard. Shepard. Back for Dormisser. Dormisser. Round for Ramsey. Off target, so Ramsey's going to have to go retrieve. Ramsey rimmed it around. Fisher back for Elliott. Elliott backhander. Ball in the crease. Fired up. Stopped by Dormisser. Dormisser's shot. That one hits a man. I believe it might have hit Elliott, and he got thrown down. And
talk about friendly fire there. Oh my goodness, that shot at him. I didn't see it until it hit the body in front, Spencer. I saw it off the stick, and the next thing you know, it's in front of the net.
And now seconds remaining here in the power play. It looks like Brampton is 0-4. Insert number here of power plays. That shot from a mile away. It goes wide. Rim back around. Brampton tries to retrieve. They don't, and chipped up and out. Dormisser's down with the first one to it, and Dormisser will stop it in its tracks. Up it will come. And they're able to break it in. Whiteford. Back for Shane Elliott. Elliott, that shot from a mile away. Up, and Economacus with almost his first mistake, but is able to smother it with no one at the goal line. And the Fatroy boys on the bench are giving their respects to Angela Economacus, who is, with all intents and purposes, the only reason why they're still up in this hockey game, ball game.
And we were saying that, I was saying that too, like prior, like, you know, all these penalties have been taken. The next thing you know, like at the end of the day, you got to give credit to the goaltender here, because this game could have already been, you know, out of reach for Fatroy. They might not even be in the driver's seat right now still, but the fact that Economacus is standing on his head and has been doing a great job of finding that ball through traffic and just getting across and make those big key saves is why Fatroy is still up ahead here 1-0.
I'm surprised he let in 6 of the Bengals in their semifinal. But again, Brampton had problems scoring yesterday, so we'll see if they can fix that here in the second frame. That ball blocked in front by Cameron Owens. It's played up. Stolen there by Elliott. Away they will come. Elliott looking for a pass there, and it just a little too far in front of James Whiteford, and the ball will go 200 feet the other way.
Good job there for Fatroy to get back to where they were before this penalty fest took place. They'll have the chance to now set up in Brampton's zone and potentially start something here on the offense and maybe try to go up 2 here in this one.
I see Christopher Fiore now watching with a ball cap on, so I've sent your little cousin to go retrieve why exactly he's now watching after a shower. But now away will come Brampton. That shot, it's saved away again by Economacus. That ball through the middle. Elliott trying to get a stick to it. Miles just could not. Rimmed around now. Pironcello plays it back, and back to retrieve will go Brampton. And up the boards it will come. Elliott around 1. Miles Elliott in. Shot. Save. Rebound. Fanned on there by Miles Elliott. Pironcello over for Cameron Owens. Owens now got to be able to get it back into reclear. He'll dump it. Elliott there, actually caught there by Angela Economacus, who wanted to throw a shoulder there at Elliott. But Elliott sopped up just before, as I see you giving the stink eye down there at floor level. I know you're really curious on why Christopher Fiore is out here sitting.
I can't wait to hear that answer, but obviously looks, you know, like he's not pleased with it. But some fine interviewing skills there from Jake, who's our third man on the crew today.
You're right, Jake.
And that was a great play there by Elliott to, you know, having that scoring opportunity. But again, just very composed as Economacus. Like, he is dialed in. It's going to take, I don't know what it's going to take to get one past him, but it's going to take more than a couple of fancy moves.
Stolen away, Nestor crossed right around, and Shepard got it. That one caught him right in the neck, and Economacus a little shaken up after that one. And that is a question I've always had. Why, if they're wearing like hockey goalie masks, why aren't they wearing the neck protectors? Because that ball in the neck would mighty hurt.
Well, some of the masks now, the way they're built, you don't need the goat protector, as they would call it. It's called something goat. They call it like, anyways, it's not important. And some of them are like kind of built in where the the neck portion of it is lower and it is down, so they don't have to wear it. And I mean, the odds of you getting it in that area sometimes are very rare, but again, it clearly does happen, so they'll give Economacus here a minute. But another good chance there for Brampton as they're starting to pour it on offensively here on Fatroy.
Well, your little cousin's having a good conversation there with Christopher Fior, and that slap shot sticked away there by Adam Cook.
Well, you're not just going to go down there, hey, why'd you get thrown out? I got thrown out of this case, see you later. It's, you have to have a bit of a conversation to make it seem like, you actually care. Which we do, because I really want to know why.
We want to know.
We want to know.
We want to know.
We want to know. The people want to know.
Well, I'm not even sure if they do. I know we do. And I was told a lot of Fatroy fans are actually watching this, because I went down to talk to the coaching staff to get some numbers here, and I was hearing some complaining from both sides about some semifinals yesterday, and I don't want to talk about it because I don't know the reasoning here, as Shepard took that shot after the whistle. Not intentionally, of course, but he still did. We'll see what the problem is here. I think it's a minor against
4 for slashing
Brampton.
is the call.
It's a 4, and it goes against, it looks to be Huey Shepard.
Well, that is another penalty, and it seems like the report's been taken, so we'll wait to see what it is. But
Gingras there was talking to Fior, so Fior might be calling the play here from the other side.
And I can't read lips from up here. I'm a little far out, but
probably a good thing we can.
Very good thing, yeah.
We have no mics at below for a reason.
Yeah, all right, I'll get the report from our little reporter Jake here, and we'll have an explanation shortly.
And now Gingras in. Gingras around, but stolen away there before he can get it through. And now Ramsey. Around. Ramsey centering, sticked away but kept in by Brampton, who will rim it all the way on target, and that one bounces into the crease, but Economacus is able to save it and kind of wave like, hey, what in the world was that? Carl Gingras. Up the boards that will come, and here they come. Fatroy. A little over 3 minutes left in this power play. Into the slot it comes, right around. Still trying to get a stick onto it, and they just could not. And that ball lifted up and into the stanchion. So the face-off will come back into the hats-off zone. And Alec Caviel's back to the mic. So Big Al, what's the prognosis?
All right, so here's the gist. If I understood correctly, is that every player involved in the scuffle earlier was handed out 2 2s and a 4. And the reason why there was an ejection is there might have been a 3rd penalty on the play, and 3 penalties, you are gone from the game. So if there was indeed a 3rd call, which there was no confirmation on if there was, but that's the only thing that makes sense considering the referee did not signal for a match penalty or a game misconduct, that would make sense as to why there's an ejection, is because there was 3 penalties taken on one play, and if you take 3 penalties, you are gone, you're done for the game. So both players involved were handed 2 2s and a 4, so that's why there are other players serving those penalties, because you can't serve all those at once, because those are a lot, you know what I mean? Like, you need help with...
You need new guys to come out of the box.
So that's what that situation was, and I'm assuming that there was an ejection because it was a 3rd penalty taken on the play.
Because he took a minor before that.
Correct. So that would be why he was ejected from the game.
That ball lands in front. Suarez is able to get it away. Fatroy now in the corner. So no wonder they didn't tell us, because they probably didn't know, because we just got explained to him by the guy who got tossed, and he barely knew.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I will quote Jake here. He just said you're gone, and I had no idea why. That's what he was told, and that's what he told me, so that was the message we got. But in my head, I was like, okay, well, if there was no explanation for the ejection, then my guess is that it's because there was indeed a third minor penalty taken. Again, therefore, that's why the night is done. Regardless, though, the tournament is done for him anyways, because this is it afterwards. This is it.
But that's why it's so important now. Their captain, Christopher Fiore, is now done for their most important game of the tournament.
But give credit to Fatroy. They have done a good job of keeping that and preserving that one-goal lead. And again, full credit to the man that's got a face-off to his left right now, Ekonomakis.
That actually is a face-off to his right.
His right, our left.
There you go.
I'm ambidextrous. Give me a break, pal. Give me a break,
you
pal.
are not ambidextrous.
I am ambidextrous.
I don't know who you're trying to lie to, but regardless, Fatroy now to get it in, but immediately away it will go, and Carl Gingras, who's lurking at his own blue line, will fire it back in. And they're going to call that offside. Another late whistle, and you want to get under my skin, call a late whistle, but regardless.
Then confirmation. I thought it was good, and Jake also happens to be an official. He just recently joined as well, and he gave me the look that, yeah, I thought it was good too, so we got, which pairing is correct here? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The ones wearing the stripes are the ones that get the final say.
Yeah, that's the reason why you and I are up here and Jake's to my right.
Absolutely.
Face off one and fired away there by Miles Elliott. Now Carl Gingras up to the red line, and over it will get. No offside call there. That ball thrown into the corner. Fatroy now with possession. Around it will come. Gingras now finally gets to his top of the spot at the top of the point. Around it will come. Gingras. Archie. Trying to get a shot here. Player got his stick thrown away, but bad pass and fired away there by Anthony Pironcello.
If there's one thing I'll say I haven't understood throughout this tournament is the standard that is set for calls. There are just things that get called and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then there's other times I'm like, wait, that's what's being called? I mean, I don't know. The stick clearly got thrown a mile away, almost made it over the stanchion, but no call. So, but nevertheless, I mean, I'm sure they're just trying to maybe let them play here. And after all, you don't want to dictate the outcome of this game by, you know, how many calls you make. So maybe that's why that was let go, but kind of a head scratcher there, Spencer. And
Pironcello puts that one into the roof, so that ball will go all the way back to the hats off zone for a face-off to the right of Jesse Soares. But not only that, that stick almost pulled a Steven Stamkos when he just threw, I don't know which Montreal player's stick it was, but he threw that stick. I believe it did make it into the stands.
That thing caught air. That thing, you know what?
That's a Tony Hawk.
That had potential.
That had potential. And now Fisher will win the face-off for hats off. The power play is about to end for Fatroy, so they will now go 0 for, I believe, 1 or 2 on the power play. That ball lifted up, stopped there at the red line, but does get out to Gatorade clear. But now back on the 5-on-5 here for the hats off. Trying to get through there, can't get around. Fatroy now to the top of the blue line. Elliott's able to get it away to at least an extent. And now Elliott getting hooked up there, gets around and away he'll go. And again, Elliott's got speed to kill, and there he goes, Shane Elliott. Elliott there lost handle of it, or he would have been completely around him, and then Elliott not able to really steer it on to Angelo Ekonomakis. Lifted up and dropped down there by Adam Cook. Cook looking for a pass here, really thinking about this one methodically. He might just shoot it. He'll bounce it off the boards. Elliott, that would be now Miles in front. That ball is harmlessly to the side, but that could have been a dangerous bounce off Fisher. Into the corner it goes. Elliott, Fisher, Brandon Fisher, about to lose it. He did, but Fisher back to it. Backhander save. Not going to back him to cover it, and he will. With that big blocker and some more shoving. And again, that kind of feint there. I think we just saw what happened there to Christopher Fiore.
Yeah, and they're still having a conversation as they're going back there. The officials start getting between them, but at the same time too, like, it looks like Fatroy's trying to work the officials a little bit, and I respect that, but at the same time too, if you're more focused on working the officials and trying to get a call to go your way, it's not going to help your case in terms of, there's still a hockey game to be played here, and you're only up by 1 here, so you want to really stay focused and stay locked in and try to get another one rather than try to focus on, trying to get a call from the official.
Timeout now taken by the Hats off. 2:13 left in this second period. 1-0 still in favor of the Quebec side. We'd like to go back to just north of us with a really shiny bronze medal.
And let me tell you, I've seen the medals, Spencer, and have you seen them?
I have not.
They are massive.
They're massive.
They are massive. Like, if I had to describe how big they are, picture like, I'd say the size of a Smile cookie.
Well, that's a pretty nice sized medal, eh?
Yeah. Except not edible though. You can't eat it.
Well, I hope
you
not.
can't. No.
Hey, that would be my favorite kind of medal.
Well,
if I was 8
know.
years old and I handed a loony dollar as a medal, I would be pretty happy.
I don't recommend. I mean, hey, you do you, but like, listen.
Well, they're gonna bite him in the pictures regardless.
True.
Because that is, of course, going on the Instagram or Twitter or now Threads if that tickles your fancy, but it does not me.
Me neither. I actually, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I did download it. It was a fun 3 days, guys, but Twitter still reigns supreme.
In Alain Cavillon's world, and that face off is won back by Fatroy. Nestor trying to get it centered in front, just couldn't get his stick away. Up off the boards it will come. Elliott back to Curtis Nestor. Nestor trying to center it. Fisher, I think that's Fisher, not Huey Shepard going to get through. And now a penalty is going to go as Nestor comes to defend his guy. Nestor's a captain. And look at Angela Konamaka's coming out to get a hold of his guy like, hey, let's not add to the party box here in the Fatroy end.
Well, it's starting to pick back up again, and you believe it or not, you might not believe it now because it actually happened, but I was starting to think a few minutes ago that it's starting to feel like it's going to get back to where it was at the end of the first period in terms of the level of aggressiveness and physicality as both teams are trying to have chats and trying to plead their case as to why there maybe should or shouldn't be a penalty, but at this point, it looks like it's going to be even strength, 5-on-5 still.
Yep, as Huey Shepard goes to the box for Hats off. Didn't catch the number there for the black shirts, but regardless, we're going to stay 5-on-5 here with a offensive zone face-off for Brampton to the left of Angela Konamakis.
I will say this, though, the officials have done a good job. Even though there was a little scuffle is almost an understatement at the end of the first period. A kerfuffle, if you will. I do think they've done a good job, though, keeping control of this one because I've seen other games like this, and they have gone out of hand, and it was penalty after penalty after penalty, but they've done a good job here to, let them play within reason.
Elliott, I think, lost a glove. Somebody did for sure. There's a glove behind the net. Elliott didn't lose his glove, gets caught up, and away Elliott will go with only one glove. He's like Michael Jackson. That ball played around, trying to get sticks in front. Hal didn't like that joke. Another stick goes flying, and all of a sudden, Gingras gave a little bit of a tongue lashing there. It looked to be to Curtis Nestor, the captain of Hats off.
Well, Gingras has been very vocal this game. I've noticed him too after in one of the neutral zone faceoffs having a chat with Elliott as he was lined up for the draw. He's, like I said, very vocal and very into it, and obviously, he really wants this for him and his team. So,
and he's the de facto captain, you'd think, with Christopher Fiore watching it from just below us.
Yep. Got to make sure, it's okay to walk the line, just don't cross it. And right now, they're tiptoeing around it.
They're sending Huey Shepard now for a shower because I think what happened to Christopher Fiore. Because of the two minors they got in the fracas, that means Huey Shepard's night is now done. So now there's two top players from both sides now going for an early shower. Shepard was third in team scoring for this Hats off side.
Well, at least we don't have to figure it out for a solid 30 minutes this time. We got a solid explanation. Well, yeah, a solid explanation.
A solid enough explanation.
Enough for me to understand. So, if I understand it, it's a solid explanation.
Whatever makes you feel better. As now the scorer's table is now talking to the referees here. Let's see where this face-off goes. They travel to like the outside dots.
You know what that conversation is? Okay, what do I announce? What can I tell the fans? Because
what's going on here?
Yeah, we know what's going on.
Lucky for us.
Luckily.
Great, thank goodness. Little Jake over here had a chance to run out of Christopher Fiore.
Spot on reporting.
Getting it started in media business already. That face-off will go into the hats-off zone. They're actually getting an extra minor here. Maybe against Huey Shepard, I'm not completely sure.
Well, I mean, we did see a stick go flying, so you gotta figure that it's gotta be an unsportsmanlike call. It's not a slash or anything like that, a stick infraction, otherwise it'd be a 4, so I'm gonna assume it might be unsportsmanlike.
Back up the Gingras. Back up the collar. Fast around that top. That shot, saved by Soren, it's scored zone into the corner. Right up at the top and back up the Gingras. Right around the other side. That's what scores! Tommy Fiera, and he'll make it 2-0 in favor of the Black Shirts.
What a shot there by Ferreira. I thought he was going to go, when I saw him with the windup and he was going through with a shot, I'm like, Suarez is set, like, you know, I mean, unless you're going over the shoulder, did not expect that bottom corner to be open, but that was perfectly picked by Ferreira, and now it's a 2-goal lead after all the penalties, after all the time spent in the box. And on the penalty kill, Fatroy goes up 2-0 here as we approach the final minute of the second period.
Special teams played a factor in their quarterfinal win, as well as they now have a power play and penalty kill marker, a shorty and a PPG, as we now get ready here just at the tail end of the second frame.
That's a big goal right there. I don't think I have to explain to you why that's a big goal. Going up 2 after all of that. Ekonomakis having one heck of a game so far. I mean, this is everything going right so far for Fatroy. Well, maybe not everything. All ejections aside.
Other than the mercy, maybe. I think it's the best way they could have drawn it up. Around they'll come, though, behind their own net. They're about 35 seconds left in the second stanza. Up top, Gill went to play it. Gill got around, and now Gill will have to go retrieve. Gill doesn't get away with it. That shot, it goes wide. Elliott now, that's Shane. Pass around here, Jason Gill. Nice pass there, and it's tipped in. That's Whiteford. James Whiteford now behind the net. Under 10 seconds to go. Whiteford trying to get around. Whiteford got the spin and shoot now, you'd think he does. Shot saved, and down went Cameron Owens. He got a stick, it looks like, in the face as he's not happy. After he didn't blow his whistle, as after 2 periods of play, 2-0 is the scoreline in favor of Fatroy. And they're giving a basically standing ovation to their goalie, Angelo Ekonomakis. And I don't know who's buying him dinner after the game, but it better be that entire team, because he deserves a buffet after his performance after 2.
Well, yeah, someone's buying him, you know, some good old Red Lobster, maybe? That seems like the go-to meal for goaltenders.
You would know.
I know Jack Campbell likes Red Lobster.
You also
I'm a fan of the biscuits. No, I'm not a goalie.
Right there.
I'm just saying, but I'm a fan of the biscuits. Nevertheless, I think we have to throw the break here, Spencer.
We do, as Al loves the biscuits. That Red Lobster was the story of that second period. Getting ready for the third here. At rig number 4 of the CBHA Nationals bronze medal game in the D Division. And we are back here at Rink 4, Bronze Medal D Division game here between the Brampton Hats Off and Fatroy. Brampton obviously of Ontario and Fatroy of Quebec. 2-0 in favor of those black shirts in Fatroy. I'm Spencer Byers alongside Alec Evian. Mario doing the graphics, Noah doing the camera. We got a reporter, Jake, to our right, who will go running if I ask him to get some information.
Oh, he's spot on so far. Got the details we needed when we needed them the most, because I'm not going to lie to you, I was just mighty confused. And I've been reffing for quite some time.
Door misses. That shot steered towards the net. More like a pass. Taken back, though, by Miles Elliott. Elliott, that shot, it goes wide. They'll go into the corner. Taken out by Gunther. Nevin Gunther. Trying to find an opening. All the way back to Cameron Owens. Now down for Miles Elliott. You did mention you wanted to see big Bobby Dormis in front of the net, and Bobby Dormis is now in front of the net. And there's going to be a penalty here against who we're going to see here. And it will be Bobby Dormis. And running away is the Fatroy player. He wanted no part of that conversation.
I mean, I don't blame him, but I'm also a little confused. I think Dormis here actually has an argument, because that looked like I guess friendly fire, but not with the ball.
That's a 4 for high sticking as well.
That
is
the stick penalty. Tough call, because it looked like it was well, I cannot speak right now, Spencer. It looked like it was Fatroy's own player's stick that went up and got him, and that's what Dormis' argument was. But he's gonna sit for 4 or less for sure. They're going to be on
he'll
sit for 4 for no matter what, but
the penalty will be 4 or less.
The power play could be 4 or less, yes.
Gingras, who got the goal scoring off here today. At rink number 4. Fast across. Back up to Carl Gingras. That shot fanned on it, and away will come Hats Off as they lift it up and out, and chasing it will go Hats Off. Ball possession for the second, but now Carl Gingras will get away. He tried to soccer kick it, stolen right back though by Hats Off. Whiteford steered into the middle, trying to get a stick to it. There was Pironcello. Pironcello couldn't get a hold of it, and now back will go Fatroy, and they will bounce it off the boards. They break it in, ball bounced off, palmed away, but lost a stick. But now another chance here. Passed across. That shot blocked. Rebound put behind the net. Now the most recent goal scorer. Ferreira puts it up there to Carl Gingras. Back for Gingras. In the middle, that shot sky into the net again. Fatroy saying it was off Hats Off, so he's saying the face-off should stay. Referee hasn't made a signal yet.
It will stay inside.
It will stay inside. And we'll go to the right of Jesse Soares.
Man, that one had potential. It was a good thing there that, the good thing that there was a deflection there off of that shot, because that one looked like it was marked for the 5-hole area of Soares, and it was open.
I feel bad for Jesse Soares, because he's just been out-dueled by Angelo Ekonomakis, and that's nothing against Jesse Soares, who's been great tonight. That shot from the point, it goes high and wide. Fiera puts it down low behind the goal line. Centering pass, looking for it, don't get it. Now we'll rip it all the way back around. Gingras. Back to the other side. Gingras. Fiera. Down back to the goal line. Centering pass. Fiera shot, save, rebound, saved by Soares. And then it comes off the line. And Fatroy not half of it, then realized, the net's up. Never mind, you're right.
Man, that's one thing as an official where it's like, they do see more than than meets the eye for other players, and that just makes me laugh a little bit, because I have been in those situations a number of times where, what do you mean? Why'd you blow the wind? I'm not even, look, I'm standing. I'm so sorry. And then they have a laugh about it, and then it's like they want to be your best friend afterwards. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You were just ready to yell at me. But anyways, play resumes here.
Gingras just got that one down low. Put back across. Fiera shot. That one swallowed up by Soares.
Another big save there by Soares, and guess I should have spent more time talking about the first one that was made, as there is a lot of traffic in front of him, and you're absolutely right, Spencer. He does deserve credit because, I mean, hey, listen, all Brampton needs is 2 shots, and they're in this game, and it's a tie game, right? So,
yeah, but those shots got to be just about perfectly placed on.
Absolutely.
Economac is going to send those things back to the sender as that ball gets skied into the scaffolding, and that ball will go back into the hats-off zone. I do want to mention both these teams are making their first appearances at the CBHA Nationals. This Fatroy team's been together since 06 in Quebec, while this Brampton team's been together since 2016, pardon me. So these two teams are rather used to each other in this D division. Rimmed up and around, right off the boards there, but now here comes in Elliott. Miles Elliott trying to center it, loses it, and Gingras will come away. Gingras now showing off some of that speed, chipped over, Gingras in, fanned on it, and Elliott will take it away. Unlucky there for Gingras, he might have been able to beat Soares for a second time. But now other way it comes. Gunther, that shot, a save, rebound, save, Economac will jump out and steer it away.
Unbelievable. I can't believe how calm he is every time making a save, and to have the guts to step out of his crease and poke that one off with danger near him. Player of the game for me so far.
RG. Back to RG. That shot blocked in front, rebound saved by Soares. The Simone Biles impression from Jesse Soares to reach back and steal that one away.
Simone Biles, huh?
Acrobatic.
I mean, I understood anyways.
Just making sure you knew.
I got it.
That ball trying to get dumped in, and it will. Oh, actually, we'll be offside. Never mind. They're saying it was touched by Hats Off, I believe. So, Hats Off now with possession of it. They might have to dump it here with just 30 seconds left on the minor. But chasing goes White for it. There was Economacus, who will rim it up and off. Now here comes RG, who will dump it in. Shane Elliott first to it, misses the chop. Back in front, that shot saved by Soares. And now Fatroy get themselves set up with no seconds left on the power play. We're now back to 5-on-5. And that shot blocked there in the high slot. Gill now forcing his player into the boards. Trying to gain back possession again. Jason Gill, no small man either. They got some towers on this Hats Off side. That shot steered away by Soares. Got to reach back. No wraparound chance. Doesn't do it. Loses his stick though, so Soares out without a stick. We'll see if Soares can go retrieve it here before Fatroy can get a chance. Gingras now back on the floor. That ball passed down, sticked right to where Soares' stick happens to be. That ball in front, saved away there by Soares without retrieving his stick. That ball into the corner, popped up and not out though. Fatroy able to keep it in, and down goes Shane Elliott, who got, I think, slashed in the arm as he's now writhing, and pain was actually his ankle. I think they're trying to limp off the floor. The referee might have to blow this one down as Elliott is writhing in pain. He tries to make an offensive play though. Elliott now back up, that shot saved by Soares. Runs into the goalie, and Soares is going to have a conversation with the Fatroy there that he got a hold of, and you see again hopping, writhing is Shane Elliott.
Not trying to be that guy. I don't know what's going on, but to me, the way Elliott pops back up, I think he's still trying to sell the call a little bit. Maybe not.
Doesn't look like it to me.
He did get back to the post pretty quickly afterwards, but
he can hop pretty fast now.
Yeah, that was true, and I mean, and the neck coming off, that was. He does look like he is in pain, but if that's the case, get him up and get him off. Like, we don't need, we got help him up here. Why are they just letting him sit there? And then that scuffle, I'm surprised nothing's coming out of that either.
I'm surprised there's no goal interference there.
No goal interference either, yeah, they just, they'll... And he looks like he's putting a bit of power on his ankle, which is good, so we might or might not see him come back. Hopefully he does. He's been, I mean, his speed has been phenomenal for his team.
Which is why the ankle's so important now.
Yeah.
Both Elliots are rapid. And I think the face-off will go inside the Brampton zone.
I didn't quite see there what happened either. I just saw him drop. It didn't look like there was anybody near him, but could have been maybe on a follow-through on an exchange, you know, the flip of the stick going back forwards. We don't know.
And Gingras still arguing with the referee here, and they're going to send Gingras to the face-off circle. He'll go against Brandon Fisher. Oh, and not happy there is Shane Elliott. He must be in some pain as he's off to the side there. That ball right to Soares, who will cover her up and send them back to where they came from. Back to that same face-off circle. Face-off one and back to Soares. So again, back to go to that same dot for a third time. We'll see if this one looks a little bit better. Face-off one back by Fisher, so I guess Soares was just waiting for Fisher to finally win a face-off. That ball is skied into the scaffolding, and that ball will go all the way back to the hats-off zone.
Good pressure here from Fatroy, trying to maybe put the
finishing touches?
Yeah, finishing touches in.
That fourth face-off now to need some new pay now with the fourth straight face-off on it.
And they got some ice there for Elliott, who's on the sidelines still.
And now Brampton again with the possession. That ball dumped up and in. Can't get away though, and Fatroy will have possession deep in their zone. Brampton's got to get one soon, you'd expect. That ball dumped all the way back into the opposite corner. Now around to the closest corner. That one taken up and away by Gingras, who now will go for a run. Gingras, 2-on-1. Pass across, wide open. Thought about shooting it, but never really turned his hips, and Gingras can't believe it. Gingras will get it back, and he'll go for a change. I expect, and he will, as he'll lay it back.
Gingras,
that
maybe,
shot, it goes wide.
I don't think he's a morning person.
Well, who is?
I mean, we're here.
Oh, yeah, we're not morning people.
They're here.
We're early morning people or afternoon, not morning.
Fair enough.
Mornings are not my favorite.
You drink coffee?
What?
You drink coffee?
No.
Me neither.
I did not get a nice cap today. But now away will come Owens. Cameron Owens breaks it up and over. Owens, that shot saved and harmlessly covered by Economakis, and an offensive zone face-off for the Ontario club.
I'm trying to see here if Elliott's still on the bench. I can't find him. Nope, he's still hobbling along to the side. And you know what? Now that I think about it, if I didn't see any contact to his ankle, I wonder if he just rolled it. And if that's the case, yeah, I feel his pain there. At first, I thought maybe, you know, both teams have been trying to work the officials throughout the game, so I thought that might have been what that was.
Ball tipped in front, ball still loose, both fighting for it. And now they're going to blow the whistle here. And they got a hold of Ramsey, and they're going to have a conversation there at the side of the net. Economakis still keeps that lovely number on the board, and you and I are going to have the tiptoe around now with only 7:04 left in this third and scheduled final period. But Economakis has been spectacular in this game.
I'm actually surprised that whistle didn't come sooner. Now it looks like there's going to be offsetting penalties here while we're having this conversation.
I think Ramsey might be done. I think he got too minor from that really earlier fracas. We'll see if that rings true here.
I was surprised, like I said, though, that whistle took so long to go, because, I mean, it looked like it was up along the post and they were just kind of digging at it, trying to see if they could poke it through or not, and they couldn't, so I thought there might have been a quicker whistle there. But also, if I'm the officials in those scrums now, I'm telling both teams, hey, guys, look at the clock, look at the score, and look how much time there's left. It's not time to take a penalty, and you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes for guys to hear, and then things settle down. So I wonder if that's the message that's being relayed to both teams right now.
Lucas Villanosi in the box for Fatroy, while again Hayden Ramsey in the net, or in the box, pardon me, there for Brampton. Take it away though. Elliott, fans on it, lost a handle. And around it will go. Played up top, but kept in. Gunther fighting for it there, just going to get a hold on it. Now there's going to be a penalty there against Gunther. As Elliott now trying to get a hold of it, could not, and now they're going to blow the whistle here. They're going to give a roughing call, pardon me, to what looks to be
That's interesting.
Gunther.
Very interesting. That was directly to the back of the head, but they'll give it 2 for roughing, and now, again, both teams here, cooler heads will prevail. Don't want to take any extra penalties here. That's not what they need. Both sides not needing it, so lucky there for Brampton that it's only a 2 and not a 4, as again that shot was to the back of the head. And now they're going to have extra. The party in the box begins once again, Spencer.
Yeah. Lots of bodies everywhere. We'll see again how these penalties shake out. 3 in the box for Brampton, 2 in the box for Fatroy. Referees now talking just outside their restricted area, as you mentioned. Faceoff's going to go inside the Brampton zone. Should be a 5-on-3 in favor of Fatroy. It will be. With 6:18 left here.
No, I think it's only going to be 5-on-4. The other 2 are coincidentals.
Oh, pardon me, I didn't mean 5-on-4.
I think so. Not sure yet. I'm waiting to see if anything else goes up, but I don't think there will be. So I think it'll be 5-on-4. But nevertheless, Spencer, you are right. Brampton will be on the penalty kill. But there are only 3 on the floor. Nope, there is 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We got this one figured out compared to what happened in the first.
6:18 left. This minor, if it is not scored on, as that ball came beelining towards our cameraman Noah.
Jake, go get it. Never mind. You got beat, Jake. You're too slow. Sit back down.
And now Noah, our cameraman, will go retrieve the ball as he's taken over by Trevor. And we got the souvenir, so Noah's going to keep it.
Got the nice wave there, too. That's his
he got 2
one.
of them.
He's got a pair.
He's got a pair of
ball hockey balls.
Ball hockey balls. That's why I was trying to think of the wording I wanted to go with that. Gingras. Gingras shot saved and steered away. Gingras. That shot wide. Take it away. Cook. Looking for a pass, he'll lump it forward, and he'll again hit the scaffolding, and that ball will come all the way back to the hats-off zone. They've not been able to stop putting that ball in the scaffolding. As now Gingras and it looks to be Whiteford having a little conversation. Doesn't look to be heated or anything, but they're definitely talking, so maybe Gingras just knows a lot of these guys. I don't know for sure, but he's been talking to basically everybody wearing a Crane shirt here tonight. Everyone's going to be getting an earful of Carl Gingras, and I don't expect to see something different here. And again, you saw there a little work in the call there, and again, down goes Fisher. But he's grabbing at his knee there, and he's going to get up, and he's good. Around the top it'll go. 1:10 left in this power play. About 5:25 left in this third. RG, that pass across, that shot, it goes wide. Whacked into the corner. Fighting for it, ball will pop up, and away will come hats off. Whiteford, trying to get around a second, that would be Carl Gingras, and they will say no thank you, and now Carl flying up the floor. Ball blocked, and back it will come. Gingras playing basically like center field here, as he really likes to operate with a lot of space.
I mean, this makes sense too. You look at Fatroy's setup now, the way they keep going back to their own end. At this point, run the clock, right? That's all they're trying to do, is just to keep the time, keep the clock going, and just have it trickle down and protect this 2-goal lead at this point. They, you know, if they get a third one, it'd be nice, but I don't think they're trying that hard to get it now. It's just a matter of let's keep it in their zone, and if we're out, well, let's regroup and kill some more time.
Power play now expired. Save there on Fiera's effort. That ball will go near the bench, but on in. No, Curtis Nestor. Centering pass. Just couldn't reach it there with Whiteford. Another penalty here is Nestor got tangled up. We'll see what how the minors shake out again here.
I like it. I like the fact that they take both. It's not no power plays, no penalty kills, nothing. It's just both you guys are going to sit for 2.
And think about what you've done.
Exactly. Think about it, and then, you go down, you sit for 2, and then you get free.
I think they're both getting 4s, actually. So that might be their nights.
I saw 4 first. Is there 2 4s?
I have to assume so. There's nothing on the board yet.
Well, if that's the case, then they will be eligible to return with 5 seconds left in the game. But after a whistle,
yeah.
So if they don't get a whistle, their night is technically over.
Yes, their night will be done there for the captain of the Hats Off and Curtis Nestor. And I believe Jordan Villanosi, number 8, one of the A's, I think he'll be done for the night. And now away come Fatroy through the neutral zone. That shot blocked. And now Gunther. Up to Miles Elliott. Elliott, nice move. Elliott again. Elliott back and scores! Miles Elliott with one of the grossest goals we have seen in his entire tournament. And that makes it 2-1. Alec is speechless after that effort by Miles Elliott.
Broken ankles. Dipsy Doodle back and forth, side to side, great ball movement. He keeps perfect control of it, and wow, absolutely. The jock strap is up that way, sir. Wow. Elliott with probably one of, if not the goal of the tournament. I have yet to see something better than that. That one will make the highlight reels for sure. Send that one off to the media and have it shown to everyone. That was absolutely filthy.
Put that one on SportsCenter, as that one will go all the way back now to Ramsey's end.
That was going Elliott ankle for ankle.
Yeah, I guess so. He's making up for his brother's injury. Now in flying comes Cooper. Cooper trying to center it, missing everybody. Poke back, but possession still with Fatroy. Taken away there. And now away will come Ramsey. Next game on this rink is a scheduled. No call there. Brampton wanted one, but no call there. But as I was saying, 11:15 scheduled start, the men's C bronze medal game between the West Coast Angels of BC and the Beverly Bullies of Alberta.
And the only reason why that wasn't called is because the ball was played first, and then it was on the run-through attempt afterwards. But since the ball was played first, that's why there was no tripping call on the play. But again, I understand why Brampton might be not pleased with the non-call, because, now they're within 1. And, every little bit helps now at this point for them. But nevertheless, the fact that they're back within 1 and 2:42 is plenty of time to work here with to tie this game up. And, again, Economacus has had yet to be beaten up until a few seconds ago. So it'll be tough for that to get that second one.
Face off 1. Back 4, door misses. Goes into the corner. Trying to get it back in front. Just gonna stick handle it towards the net, and away will come Fatroy. Up and out it will go. Whacked into at Soares. Soares now will play it all the way around. Door misses. Lifts it up and out of play. So that face-off will go back into the Brampton zone. Face-off and I'll go to the left of Jesse Soares. As Fatroy with 2:14 now might be looking at that lead of 1 and saying, I don't know if that's enough. 2 you thought was enough. One, I don't know. How quickly things can change. Yeah, we thought Connor Mackis was unbeatable, and then Miles Elliott decided to pull out one of the grossest dangles we've seen in this tournament.
Gotta be careful though here if you're Brampton. You don't want. I understand you want to play the body and you want to be physical up along the boards, but at this point of the game now you can't. Exactly.
Elliott back. Pironcello up. Where is it? I think he hit off Dormissis. All 6'9" of big Bobby Dormissis. He's not got possession of it behind the net. Dormissis bounced up to Cameron Owens.
Soares getting ready to go to the bench now. They're waiting.
Pironcello shot. That one saved. Into the corner it goes. They now do pull Soares. 6 on 5 now for Brampton. Elliott. Pironcello. Whiteford shot. That one saved away. Owen tried to whack it. He couldn't. Had to be pitched though. Ball up and out of play again. That face-off will, I think, stay. Or will it come just outside? And they got the ball back.
And now Brampton is going to call a timeout.
A good timeout, might I add.
And it does look like the draw might go back in.
Gingras there was kind of on one knee. He must be bagged. He's played a lot of hockey here today. And over this tournament, he's been one of their power players. Again, second on team points. With 9 coming into it, he also now has 5 goals with a goal tonight.
And this one, we're in for a treat for the final moments of this one because Brampton is picking it up. They have gotten traffic in front of Ekonomakis. That last shot attempt you saw before the ball was cleared outside of the playing premises had a chance to go through, but...
Did you just say playing premises?
I don't know. I'm trying to...
I liked it, but it sounded a little... I was thinking playing surface, but I did like that
I think that's what I was going for. And I don't know, sometimes you just got to go with what feels right.
Well, using your reference, that ball went off the property, and now we're back to it with a minute 13 left.
And now it's back.
Back on the estate.
Yeah, exactly.
And it goes to the left there of Angelo Ekonomakis. Elliott's going to get kicked out here, I think. Or no, timeout taken by Fatroy, so we'll double up on the timeouts here. I guess Fatroy wanted again to give him another little break here to Carl Gingras.
Playing premises. I like it. You know what? I had to think about it, but it sounds all right.
On second thought, I think I'll be happy with his reference. As now the face-off will go again, still to the left of Ekonomakis. Hamilton didn't even go back to their bench on this one, they're just talking. And now they broke with 10 seconds left here.
Brampton. Not Hamilton, Spencer.
I got a lot.
It's within the region, though. But
the age on the jersey, I've done that at least. I've done that 100 times during. I know it's Brampton. I've said Brampton every time, and then I see the age. I think Hamilton, and I go, why?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Spencer. There's a few times where during the game I was about to say Hamilton, and then I was like, okay, we're clearly going to have to take a pause, before, to have it processed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, head kind of hurts a little bit. That's why I'm drinking water. A lot of thoughts.
Elliott jumping a little bit here. They're going to step back the sticks here. That's for making this face-off look right and proper. One by Elliott, fighting for it. Ref still there. Into the corner it goes. Gingras goes to hold up. Gingras is going to go down. Ball still on the floor. Gingras, I think, went to cover it. I'm not sure. Elliott, though, comes away with it. Elliott. Into the corner. Gill runs it up there to Ramsey. Back to Jason Gill. Gill thinking about it. Gill's shot. That one blocked in front. That ball chipped up, blocked back, and have to go to retrieve it. Gill trying to whack it into the center. He could not. 40 seconds left. That ball lifted up and into the stanchions. That face-off will stay in the Fatroy zone. Neither of these teams keep the ball in play.
No, they cannot. And unfortunately for Fatroy here, the face-off continues to go back. Well, rather stay in their end, so maybe digging themselves a hole here. They got to get this one out on the next draw here, or else they might be in trouble. I got a feeling that Brampton might be very close to tying this one up.
39 seconds left here. Face-off won by Fatroy. That ball is up and off the back of the helmet there of Jason Gill. And they're going to call an icing here as Gill is in a massive amount of pain. Gingras just caught him right in the back of the helmet.
Yeah, that one's gonna sting, and it'll turn, into some weird shape, and then it'll, probably do all the colors of the rainbow as it heals.
We'll see if he stays here. He is going to stay, so Jason Gill, after taking a ball right to the back of the head, is going to stay.
But it missed the helmet, so it hit him like skin on the neck. Yeah, that's not a, I would imagine not a comfortable feeling.
Face off one by Fatroy. It scoots all the way over to the other opposite corner. 20 seconds remaining. Hats off, got to get something on that. Ball lifted up, and it will go wide, and that will bring the face-off back to the Fatroy zone. This might be the most pivotal face-off we've seen now. If Fatroy win this one, you have to expect this game will probably be over, but if Brampton can win it, they might have a chance.
If I'm Fatroy, I'm trying to win the job back. I'm having one of your wingers run back to the corner. You send it down behind the net, and then a quick out, but more of like a flip towards the goal if you can, or just out, but don't hit the stanchion.
Face on one by Brampton. Shot, Ramsey blocked. Fatroy shoots it off Ramsey. Ramsey keeps it in. Gill's gonna shoot now. 4 seconds left. Gill, shot. That one, still, I thought hit the crossbar. I'm not sure where that hit, but that will be the game. As Bobby Joe misses, Bub's chicken at the end. There's a little conversation there at floor level. And another guy's down there after maybe the block, I'm not sure, but that's the game. And Fiore's going back on the floor to celebrate with his team, and the ref's telling him to go back home.
He can't be back out here. He shouldn't be. I don't know why he's trying to fight the official. He's got to stay out. He cannot be out here. Even though the game's done, he should go like yesterday. Well,
he's still pleading his case, so regardless,
he's got to go. There you go. Good job there. Smart choice there by the coach.
Fatroy now.
He can't come out here. I really hope that this does not become the storyline.
Well, it's going to become a suspension, I think, regardless if he returns to the playing surface. But anyway, the hat's off. Oh, and Fisher and Fiore have a little words there. I'm not sure. I think I heard some of those, and they were pretty colorful. But regardless, hats off now.
I mean, the only thing I'd say there at that point would be, I don't know why they're talking. It's check the scoreboard.
And Fatroy will come away with the bronze medals here in the presentation. We'll see how long that takes. Next game
are the big smile cookie-sized bronze medals we were talking about.
There they are. The next game is scheduled for 11:15. It's 11:12 now, so I don't think that's going to reign true. But West Coast, the Angels against Beverly Bullies in a men's C division bronze medal game coming up next year on Rink 4. Again, check out Rink 1 for the gold medal game of the D division between the Bengals Hockey Club and the Hamilton Ducks. Not sure what the score is there, but I bet you that's a great game, so check it out here to finish off the D division. But again, then come back for the bronze medal game of the C division with the West Coast Angels of BC against the Beverly Bullies. But that'll be it for us. For Alec Evian, Mario doing the graphics, Noah doing the camera, we got Jake to our right. I'm Spencer Byers. Thank you so much for watching this one. Again, stay tuned. Lots of ball hockey throughout today. Bronze and gold medals. Medal day. We'll see you later.